Hello beautiful people. So Cancer season is here, and this is an extremely important time of year because what you do during Cancer season pretty much sets the tone for what you will manifest for the remaining 6 months of 2021. Now you can watch this video from the perspective of your rising sign and your sun sign. I've gotten a lot of questions of what I mean by this. Basically, your rising sign is going to give you the perspective of your spiritual path, and the sun sign, using the solar chart house system, will give you the more physical path. Now, much of the time, these two perspectives may give you very different paths. For example, if your rising is in the 11th house, suggesting socializing and networking, and your sun sign is in the 12th house, suggesting a nesting phase where you focus on the inner you, the way to go about interpreting this is balancing the two energies, knowing that it is spiritually advantageous to get out and network and connect with people, but also making sure that you also balance that by putting time aside throughout your week to tend to you and your personal needs by giving yourself alone time. Life is all about balance, and understanding both perspectives, that of your sun and your rising, will give you a clearer picture on how to make the most of the energy that Cancer season has to offer. So, no more wasting time. Here's what to expect when it comes to love and your life overall for Cancer season. Let's go. Now, Cancer season began on June 20th at 11:32 p.m. and will end on July 22nd when the sun shifts into Leo. So we have 4 weeks of this strong Cancer energy and the opportunities it brings with it. Not to mention Mercury went direct on June 22nd, so we don't have that energy to contend with. So here's the best way to make the most of this Cancer season energy overall. Cancer is a cardinal energy, so it means that during this time, we are in a seed planting phase. This is the time of year when you take inventory and you ask yourself, how is my life going? Where do I feel lack? What areas do I want to improve? What is working for me and what isn't? Not getting stuck in frustration, but instead deciding how you can shift your consciousness and begin to change the way that you look at things, which will in turn change the choices that you make. And those different choices mean different actions, which will yield different results, and you will begin to see your world shift. Now let's get into each individual sign and find out what to expect when it comes to love and life overall. Okay, Aries. Now when the sun shifted into Cancer for you, this brings energy to your 4th house. So Aries, you are an extremely goal-oriented person, and usually you are in the mindset of pursuing these goals, and you can find yourself doing a lot and moving fast. But this time of year, it is really a time to slow down a bit, not to stop your momentum, but to make sure that you have balance in your life, and balance starts at home, meaning your foundation. Are you happy with your living situation? If you are, great. If not, this is the perfect time of year to move or maybe redecorate or whatever it is that you know you need to do in order to make sure that your home base is a safe, supportive place for you to recharge so you can take that fiery energy of yours out in the world and make your mark. This is also a great time to heal any issues with family. If you have any family members that you know you need resolution with, Cancer season is the perfect time to address those issues. You want to make sure to tend to these issues with family and home now while the energy is most supportive. This way you don't have to worry about any issues that weren't addressed coming back to haunt you later in the year. Now when it comes to love, Venus is shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 5th house, which is great energy for you and your world of romance, Aries. Your attractiveness will get a major boost, so if you're single and you're looking for love, this could very well be the season that you attract exactly what you've been looking for. But make sure, Aries, that you let your love interest come to you this time. This is actually a time where it's best if you let them make the first move. So you may have to be patient, which I know is not easy for you, but things will work much better if you relax into it and use your charm and appeal to draw them in. If you're already in a relationship, it's all about fun and deepening the connection. Some moments of drama may come up for you too, but it's really just because you both like fiery passion, and sometimes it's fun to have a little bit of healthy conflict every once in a while. But overall, Aries, love is looking really good for you during this Cancer season. So tending to home, family relationships, and being ready for new love or deepening an existing love is what is in store for you, Aries. So live it up and happy Cancer season. Okay, Taurus. Now when the sun shifted into Cancer, this will bring energy to your 3rd house. So Taurus, you will actually be getting a bit of a creative boost during this time. You usually have your focus in one specific area, but during this Cancer season, you will find that you are busier than usual, and and more of a multitasker than you usually are. So you can really use this energy to your advantage if you channel it into making connections and networking, because that will bring the opportunity to meet someone that can play a huge role in transforming certain areas of your life in a very positive way, especially professionally. It will also be useful to use this energy to your benefit by learning a new skill. If there's a course or a subject of study that you've been wanting to gain knowledge in, Cancer season is that time for you, because you will be able to pick up information and process it much more quickly than usual. You also have a tendency to hang around the same few people, Taurus, so this is a perfect time to branch out a bit so you can make sure you set the stage for that new energy to come into your life. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, and this will be taking place in your 4th house. So Taurus, if you've been looking for love, this Cancer season isn't really the time of year where this energy is strongest for you. This actually is a time where you're meant to do some personal work and really get yourself in a space where you feel like you're the best version of yourself. Attracting love is best when you're feeling at your best in terms of stepping into your best self by eating better, working out more, making sure that your emotional and mental health are in a good space, meditating, making sure your spiritual and home foundation are a place of positive influence. These are all areas that you'll thrive in if you give them the attention that they deserve during this time. So unfortunately, romantic love is not the theme, Taurus, but self-love is, and that is just as important. Now, if you're already in a relationship, things should run pretty smoothly during this time in terms of your connection. The two of you may find that you want to spend more time at home than usual, but just embrace it. There's no need to force anything during this time when it comes to love. It's just about being self-aware and making sure to make the necessary changes that will lead you to feeling more confident and more optimistic when it comes to love. So, networking, possibly learning a new skill if you're feeling it, because you definitely will be able to pick it up much faster, expanding your social circle, and allowing new influences to enhance your professional world. By the way, Taurus, this will also be a great time to find new ways to make money from home if that's something that you've been thinking about, all while doing some personal inner work when it comes to love. This will get you in a great flow and ready for Leo season when it comes around on July 22nd. So happy Cancer season, Taurus. Okay, Gemini, so when the sun shifted into Cancer, this brings energy to your 2nd house. So Gemini, this is great for you when it comes to the area of making money and having some strong forward movement with your career. This is where you once and for all for 2021 can really get yourself into a good financial flow, provided you remain consistent and focused. Ideas have never been a problem for you, Gemini, but executing and staying consistent, that can for sure be a challenge, but it doesn't have to be. This Cancer season can be the perfect time to form new habits, one of which can be being consistent. If you really get yourself on a schedule during this time, where each night before you go to sleep, you write down what you intend to accomplish the next day, including the times that you intend on doing each activity, this will really help you hold yourself accountable, and it will also help you consistently give energy to your goals, which will result in strong momentum and really opening up your capacity for financial gain. So Cancer season can for sure equal money for you, Geminis, if you keep those things in mind. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 3rd house. So for you, Geminis, the energy around love looks really good. It's a time for really embracing the side of you that is social and flirtatious, because it could very well attract the exact energy that you've been looking for. Just make sure if you meet someone new that you take your time and deepen the friendship first before you really decide whether or not it's a love connection. There's a part of you right now that's still not completely over a past relationship, and you don't want to bring unnecessary heaviness into something new, and it may just be that past relationship that you want to revisit from a new space. So be ready for either scenario. Just stay in the flow and don't feel like you need to rush anything. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this is a great time to make sure that you don't isolate yourselves. Your connection will be much stronger if you make sure that the both of you are a part of each other's social life as well as your romantic lives. This is a time for blending your friends and expanding your social circle as a couple. So Cancer season for you, Gemini, is a time for consistency when it comes to goals and career, and making sure to take your time, go with the flow, and although you may be excited, don't force anything when it comes to love. This way you'll be in a great place by the time Leo season comes around. So happy Cancer season, Geminis. Okay, Cancers. First, I really want to say happy birthday to all of you beautiful, intuitive, strong, protective, no BS Cancers out there. I'm wishing you all abundance, happiness, laughter, unexpected and enriching experiences, and most of all, love. So happy birthday, Cancers. Now, when the sun shifted into your sign, this energy brings a boost to your first house, which means it is rebirth time. The first house is all about the self and a renewed sense of who you are. It's so important during this time, Cancers, to make a promise to yourself to release all drama from the past. Think about it. The only time the past brings you any pain or frustration is when you relive it in your mind, when you think about those experiences or that person that hurt you or caused frustration in your past. Don't you owe it to yourself to say no more? No more will you relive the experiences in your mind, and no more will you give that negative experience or those experiences of your past any more power. Take the lessons that you learned from those experiences, but know that all of your power is right here and now in the present moment. If you can really challenge yourself to stay in that consciousness, then your manifesting power will be in high gear during your season. This is a time where love, money, achieving your goals, all of these things can take place for you during this time, but you have to be present and you have to focus on the now in order to see these opportunities when they show up. Challenge yourself, Cancers, to start something new. Even if it's a new way of seeing life, you will for sure be glad that you did. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, and this will be in your second house. So this is a fantastic transit for so many reasons. First, it means that love for sure could be coming your way, not only because the sun is in your first house, but Venus in the second house means that you could potentially meet someone that has some connection to money, which I always think is fantastic. It only makes things easier. Like they could work at a bank or some financial institution. The energy of love and finances converge here, so keep your eyes and heart open for that. The other great thing is that you will have a strong energy for attracting money during this time, so be ready for love and money to come your way, Cancers. I know Gemini season may have had its moments of positivity, but overall it was probably a pretty challenging time. Well, your season is here and things are shifting, and they are shifting in your direction. So don't undermine this energy by having this same thought processes that you've had in the past. Now is the time for change, for you to love yourself enough to do what works for you. So career advancement, love, money, it's all yours for the taking, Cancers. So live it up, and this rebirth will be the perfect jump start to the rest of the year. Let's do this, and happy birthday, Cancers. Okay, Leos, so when the sun shifted into Cancer for you, this brings the energetic focus to your 12th house. So look at this period as a time where you begin your transformation in preparation for your rebirth during your season that begins on July 22nd. I always say the sun transit the 12th house is like the cocoon phase where you look inward, take stock of your life, and create the desire, the excitement, the love, the confidence, and the clarity necessary to step into this new chapter, Leos. I know with that fire energy of yours, you're never really excited to hear the words slow down, especially after we just spent all of 2020 with things moving much more slowly than anyone could ever want. It was just like one long day. But when I say slow down, I don't mean literally. It's more about slowing your mind down and just being more present during all of your experiences so you can really take in what matters to you and what life is telling you through each experience, then allowing that transformation to inform what it is you truly want, how you want to be reborn when your season comes around. These next 2 months are the most crucial time of year for you Leos out there, so make sure to stay present and take everything in. Connect with who you've been, who you are now, and who you believe the potential you to be. This way you will be sure to breathe new excitement into your life. Now, some things may come up during this time, annoying relationships from the past, or ones that are just annoying in general in the present. Instead of meeting them with the same consciousness you usually meet them with, start to think to yourself, how can I show up differently here and see the situation differently in order to make this the best experience for all parties involved? And always operate from your instinct and your truth. Do that and you can never go wrong. Now, when it comes to love, this is tricky because in the midst of all this inner work, Venus will be shifting into your first house on June 27th, which is amazing in one way, where it promises a deeper love for yourself, but it also opens up the energetic possibility for a relationship to also come into your life. So don't feel like it's not the right time or that you aren't ready. Actually, it's an excellent time for you to be connecting with the new romantic energy while you're also reconnecting with yourself. So embrace the opportunity when it shows up. If you're already in a relationship, it is time to make sure your needs are being met. If you have any parts of the relationship that you know you would like to change and you've been holding back on talking about it, Cancer season and Venus in Leo would be the perfect time. So go for it, Leos. You'll be glad you did. So Cancer season, a time for introspection, transformation, and love for yourself and a special someone. So dig in, Leos. It's going to be a good one. all in preparation for your season, Leo season. So happy Cancer season, Leos. Okay, Virgos, when the sun shifted into Cancer, the energy shifted right along with it into your 11th house. So Virgos, it is your time for freedom. This 11th house transit is urging you to let go of any past frustrations and embrace the opportunities for growth that are coming your way. This is an excellent time for networking, Virgos, and the stars have aligned for you to meet someone that can assist you on your journey to achieving your goals. But you must be clear on what those goals are, otherwise you may miss the opportunity. So make sure to take some time just to get clear on what it is you desire, all while making sure that your energy around that desire is supportive. Meaning focus on how great it will feel to be in the flow of experiencing your dreams coming true. Now is not the time to be worrying about how or when it will happen. It's all about connecting to the desire and moving in that direction of the desire and allowing the universe to put the people in your path that are going to play a major role and help you along the way. But you must break out of your comfort zone and free yourself from any judgmental thoughts in order to optimize your power during this 4-week period of Cancer season. This Cancer season is about reminding yourself that life is not meant to be a struggle. Yes, sometimes are challenging, but you can make the choice to enjoy the process by not resisting what is. Instead, make the most of it and enjoy it as much as possible. Things are constantly changing, so ride the waves of change and see where they take you. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 12th house. So love will be more of a spiritual experience during this time for you, Virgo, meaning if you meet someone, it will be someone that you may feel like needs your help in some way. You'll be feeling like the two of you have a karmic connection as opposed to just a physical attraction. So although the sun transit is bringing big opportunities for social connection and networking, your romantic opportunities will take place a bit more behind the scenes. If you're already in a relationship, this Venus transit will bring up your desire to spend more time together at home as opposed to going out and about and doing things together in public or socializing. So embrace this and maybe do something the two of you have never done before. A dinner and a movie is great, but maybe try meditating together or taking a yoga class together. Experiencing something spiritually connecting can be very beneficial for the two of you and for the relationship during this time. So networking, freedom from the past, freedom from negative thinking, reminding yourself to have a good time, letting go of any drama, and some potential for love is all yours for the taking, Virgo. So happy Cancer season. Okay, Libra, when the sun shifted into Cancer, this brought a focus of energy to your 10th house. So it's all about work and money, Libra. You will get an energetic boost in both of those areas, so don't waste this energetic opening. If you're already clear on what you want to do, then expect more opportunities in that area to show up for you. And by the way, if you aren't clear on exactly what you want to do, that is perfectly fine too. The bottom line is, when it comes to making money, don't ask yourself, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? You aren't wired to respond to that type of thinking. So just say to yourself, what is it I want to do in terms of making money for the rest of 2021? Because this Cancer season is going to be the start of some serious forward momentum in this area. You won't have to force it either. Just ignite your excitement and your willingness to go with the flow and watch the universe support you with the abundance it intends to bring your way and the opportunities. And above all else, remember that no one knows what's best for you more than you do. So follow your instincts, and whatever you do, do not follow any thought patterns that lead you down a path of lack or fear. Just remain excited, optimistic, and ready to go with the flow. Now, when it comes to love, Libra, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which just so happens to be in your 11th house, which for you, Libra, is excellent for love. This basically is setting the stage for someone to come into your life, but for you to first have a mental connection with them as opposed to just a physical connection. Now, the physical connection will come because that is absolutely a necessary piece of your romantic puzzle, but the reason why this possibility is so great is because it is the physical that attracts you, but the mental connection that keeps you interested. And the energy of you having an intellectual connection with someone during this 11th house transit is very strong, but you have to get out and be among people, and you also have to want it. So if love is not what you're looking for, then of course that's fine too. But if you do have that desire, this could very well be the 4-week period that it takes place. If you're already in a relationship, it will be important to spend a bit more time just hanging out and talking to each other. It will be very important to deepen your intellectual connection during this time. Otherwise, you may start to doubt the relationship, and you know, as a Libra, when doubt starts to creep in, things go downhill very quickly. So keep that in mind. Other than that, Libras, Cancer season looks like an exciting time for work, for attracting money, and for a potential relationship that sparks based on the intellectual connection. So it looks like you'll be in a pretty good flow by the time Leo season rolls around. So enjoy it, Libras, and happy Cancer season. Okay, Scorpios, when the sun shifted into Cancer, this brought an energetic boost to your 9th house. So expect your world to expand during this time, Scorpio. New experiences and different perspectives are sure to come your way during this time. Cancer season is a time that sets the tone for the next 6 months of the year, which is the remainder of 2021. So the necessary transformations will be taking place for you during this time, so embrace that energy. You tend to hold back on opening up completely due to the fact that you're just very particular about who you allow in. But during this 4-week period of Cancer season and this 9th house transit, you'll be much more concerned with the big picture and just being yourself, and you'll have too little time to worry about what anyone thinks. This is a time for freedom, Scorpios. Freedom from judgment, from guilt, and unnecessary energy. If there's been something that you've been wanting to pull the trigger on, but you've been hesitant, this is the perfect time of year for you to go for it. This time is more about exploring the possibilities than it is about putting your nose to the grindstone and just working hard. So take some risks. Luck is on your side during this transit, Scorpios, so go for it. Now is the go big or go home time of the year for you. If there's a skill or a course that you've been thinking about taking, now is also a great time for learning something new. So you can go full throttle in this area as well. So look for opportunities to come your way, especially ones that are outside your usual comfort zone. So make sure to step out of that usual comfort zone if you want to make the most of this time period and this energy. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 10th house. So if you're working during this time, then a love connection might be coming your way with someone that you work with, or you will meet them on the job or through someone that you work with. And this person may be a few years older than you, but you will be attracted to their sense of self and their sense of certainty and their confidence in who they are. If you're already in a relationship, this could be a great time to work on some sort of project together. This could help the two of you bring a closer engagement and help bring any issues to the surface that need to be dealt with. The important thing is clearing the air and getting things in a good place and in a good flow by the end of Cancer season, so you won't be weighed down by any unnecessary drama moving forward for the rest of 2021. So Cancer season is looking like it's going to be an exciting time for you, Scorpios, with adventure, freedom, some possible love coming your way, and an overall time for growth and transformation. So happy Cancer season, Scorpios. Okay, Sagittarius, when the sun shifted into Cancer for you, this brings an energetic boost to your 8th house. So this means the theme for you, Sagittarius, is self-mastery and major change. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and as you know, Scorpio is the sign of inner work and spirituality. And although you as a Sagittarius are always thinking of the big picture and you maintain a philosophical approach to life, there's always some area of our lives, and by this I mean everyone, but there's always some area of our lives where we can use some major change or transformation. So for you, this Cancer season is the energetic opening where you're meant to bring awareness to this area and begin to make a shift. If you don't initiate this process yourself by taking some time to look inward and ask yourself the questions that would lead to revealing the truth, then the universe is going to do it for you by bringing about the necessary experiences for change. It's all about ridding yourself of mental noise and the unnecessary thoughts or habits that you know distract you from taking the time to love yourself enough to make the choices that are in your soul's best interest. So the first question for you to start with is, do I treat myself with love and respect, and then go from there? Meaning it's really time to start loving yourself and putting your needs first. Of course, be giving and sharing and loving, but you have to make sure that you're okay. Bringing awareness to this topic and making any necessary adjustments will really expand your capacity to manifest and to receive. One of the greatest things about the sun's 8th transit is it can be bringing money your way, and you know we can all use some of that. So this 4 weeks of Cancer season is an introspective time where you can reveal to yourself what you are truly capable of. And let me tell you, as a Sagittarius, you are capable of so much. You just get distracted at times by instant gratification. So think balance and implement balance and self-discipline, and you'll be well on your way to the necessary transformation that will open the door to abundance. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which is actually a fantastic transit for you in the world of love and relationships, Sagittarius. This is because the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter Jupiter, which is, by the way, related to the sign Sagittarius. So this will be a transit where you are for sure lucky in love. If you are in a relationship, this is a fantastic time to take a trip together. It will for sure deepen the relationship and remind you both that you and the person that you're with are best when you're having fun together. And if you're single, it is definitely a time where you could meet someone new, and more than likely someone that is from a different culture than you. You'll be attracted to the exciting differences that the two of you have, and you'll feel a sense of freedom from the connection. So this Cancer season is a very promising time for you, Sagittarius, in terms of some life-changing personal experiences and the possibility of new love coming your way. So lean into it and have a good time. Just don't forget, balance is the key. This way, you'll be in a great place by the time Leo season rolls around on July 22nd. So happy Cancer season, Sagittarius. Okay, Capricorns, well, it is here, Cancer season. And this is actually one of the most challenging seasons of the year for us Capricorns because Cancer is the polar opposite of Capricorn. So the energy of the sun being in Cancer greatly diminishes our Capricorn energy. So whatever the rest of your chart is, this is what you're working with. So for example, if you're a Capricorn with Virgo moon and Aries rising, well, the 4 weeks of Cancer season, you'll be operating most from your Virgo energy and your Aries energy. So consider your Capricorn energy to be on a vacation until July 22nd. Knowing this will help you to make sure that you do the things that you know calibrate you and keep you balanced. Make sure not to be reactive during this time. And if you're feeling off, just know that you aren't working with your full chart. So it doesn't mean that this can't be a fantastic time for you. It just means that it will come with its challenges because you'll be feeling a bit off balance. So as you know, the sun, when it's in Cancer season, is in your 7th house. So although this may not be the time for leaps in career and you might feel a bit off balance, it's actually a great time when it comes to love and relationships because this is where feeling vulnerable can actually be a plus. So channel your energy into connecting during this time. It will be so important not to go at things alone like you're used to doing. You're so used to handling everything yourself. Well, during Cancer season, you'll find yourself having a much better time if you do things either in a partnership or with a group of people. So use this time to up your social game. Now, when Venus shifts into Leo on June 27th, this will be in your 8th house, which is also a deep energy. A deep energy that works really well with you though. So if you're single and you allow yourself to get out and be social, you may for sure attract a new special someone, but it will be the most mysterious and reserved person in the room. The 8th house is related to Scorpio, and you know how well you get along with Scorpio energy, so embrace this possibility and be excited for the potential it holds. If you're already in a relationship, it is important during this time to reconnect on an even deeper level, no matter how long the two of you have been together. Take some time to ask the questions that you wouldn't normally ask. Get more intimate in terms of trusting each other and what you're willing to reveal, and you'll find that your bond and connection will come out on the other side stronger than ever. So Cancer season Capricorns, in terms of work and career goals, it's definitely just more of a consistent energy as opposed to a major boost. And don't forget, you're gonna feel a little bit off balance, so keep that in mind. And you may even find it hard to motivate yourself during this time, but when it comes to love, it looks like it could be a pretty exciting time. So it's best to channel your energy, like I said before, in that area and feed the potential for love. So live it up, love it up, and happy Cancer season Capricorns. Okay, Aquarius, now when the sun shifted into Cancer for you, that brought energy to your 6th house. So the focus for you, Aquarius, when it comes to life overall is work and health. So this Cancer season, don't be surprised if you start to feel like your responsibilities and opportunities pick up regarding work, which is actually a great thing for you. As an Aquarius, you are absolutely at your best when you're multitasking, problem solving, getting things done. So this is gonna be a very pleasurable time for you. Make sure though that you do balance your focus between work and your personal health. This is a time of year where you may find yourself doing a lot, but neglecting yourself in the process, and you don't wanna pay for that neglect later on. So make sure to be eating right, getting a workout routine going, getting enough sleep, etc. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 7th house. So this is the perfect transit for love to be coming your way, Aquarius. You're the type of person that's good with or without a relationship, but during this Cancer season, don't be surprised if you start feeling that desire grow within you for a romantic connection. This is your soul letting you know that the energy is strong in this area. So embrace it, embrace the opportunity, and open your heart up. And if you feel your heart is already open, then great. Just keep that excitement going for love, because the probability is very high during a 7th house Venus transit for you to meet that special someone. If you're already in a relationship, this is actually a great time for you and the person that you're with to possibly work on a project together. Not only will it bring the two of you closer together, but it will also yield some really good results financially. Now, if you're unhappy in the relationship that you're currently in, this could also be the time that is the make or break period, meaning either things are going to be addressed, change, and begin to improve, or you will just decide that enough is enough and it could potentially end. Either way, if that is your situation, prepare to get some answers and clarity during this Cancer season. So this Cancer season for you Aquarius is a time for excitement, forward movement when it comes to work. And if you aren't working and if you're looking for work, then it's a great time for those opportunities to show up. And when it comes to love, the stars have definitely aligned in your favor. So embrace it, live it up, and happy Cancer season, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, so when the sun shifted into Cancer for you, this brought a boost of energy to your 5th house. So for you, this Cancer season equals party time. This is the time of year where you remind yourself that life is meant to be enjoyed. Yes, we all have hardships that come our way at times. That's the ebb and flow of life. But this Cancer season is definitely the flow portion of that equation. There will be social opportunities that come up, good luck, and good energy when it comes to work. If you're not working, but you're looking for work, you may get some good news or a good opportunity that comes up in that area. Gemini season was a nesting phase for you. So now that Cancer season is here, it's time for you to break out and have fun. This will also be a good time for taking risks, Pisces. So don't hold back. And remember, during Cancer season, we are really planting the seeds of intention for the remaining 6 months of the year. So be conscious of what you want to create and take action. Your manifesting powers will be in overdrive during this time. You will also be feeling more flirtatious than usual. And speaking of flirtatious, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Leo on June 27th, which will be in your 6th house. This is actually a great placement for you because when Venus is in the 6th house, it's much less likely for you to fall for someone very quickly. As a Pisces, you tend to go with your feelings, and if you're feeling good about someone, that can grow really fast. But when Venus is in the 6th house, you will be a bit more particular about what turns you on and what turns you off. Now, this will be a good thing because you'll be more likely to make sure that the person that you're attracted to ticks all of your boxes in terms of the criteria that you know you have for relationships. So if you meet someone during this time, and it develops into something more, you'll be starting from a place of practicality and passion, not just passion. Because the 6th house rules the workplace, you more than likely will meet this potential someone at work or in some way related to work. So keep your eyes open for that, Pisces. And just remember, if you do decide to date someone at work, be very careful because if things don't work out, not to mention everyone at work will be in your business, so proceed with caution. But overall, when it comes to love, this is a positive transit for you. So Cancer season is all about good times, enjoying the moment, looking for the opportunities that are meant to show up, that way you're ready for them, and also be ready for a potential love to manifest in some way connected to your job. If you don't have a job and you're still in school, this person in some way could be connected to that part of your life. So this 4-week period is going to be a good one for you, Pisces. So live it up, have fun, and happy Cancer season. Okay, so there you have it. What to expect when it comes to love and life overall for each sign during this Cancer season. I hope you all found this information useful. Remember, Cancer season is all about planting the seeds of intention that set the tone for the next 6 months. So be conscious of your choices, your thoughts, and your behavior during this time. So let's stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support our truth and will assist us in manifesting the things that we desire and definitely deserve. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.